Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, the Early Ultimates, and welcome to episode 10 of Let's Platinum Blasphemous. Alright, let's see if we can get back into the groove here. We need to head back to the elevator where I stopped last time. And instead of using the mask just yet, we have to move over to the left, I believe. Alright, so climb up, dodge, wait for him to... There we go for like that. We still want to be collecting as many Tears of Atonement as possible, because we are going to need a fair few, at least to get the last abilities. Do we need to grind? I don't think I ended up needing to grind anything else. I think it was just that one time. Okay, so if we head left here, I'm going to take this a bit slower than I was... Damn it. Should have taken it a bit faster. Hop. Oh, that was interesting. You got confused. There we go. Yeah, I've been practicing sort of the next part of the playthrough. That is kind of unfair. I've been practicing the next part of the playthrough, and to be honest, the platinum for this game is actually not that bad. But to actually do everything in the game, and keeping in mind that... Oh, actually, hang on a second. Let me try something. Can you, like... Well... No, I don't think you can execute that guy. What if I do it like this? There's no way. I mean, I could probably hit him, but... Oh. Ooh, that was actually close. Let me try that again. Because he did stretch towards me. Okay, no. I'm trying to find like new executions that I may not know about. Alright. Okay, so we go... Oh, I forgot about you. Okay, hang on a sec. What prayer have I got on? Good, Saita. Oh crap. Ah, damn it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. 1, 2. One more Saita. Wait, stay here. Trying to get that health back. Nice, come on. Okay, well, he died. Wait, didn't I come here before? I'm confused. No, this should be right. Just have to be very careful. Oops. What is going on here? Is it here? Okay, no, I made it back to the pre-do. What is happening, man? I'm so confused as to why... I'm pretty confident I got the right point on my guide. So basically it said head back to the elevator room and continue heading left until you find a shortcut that you could open. And hang on, how many? Yeah, I only have 33, so that's right. Okay, maybe I missed something. Let me go back. It's amazing how many times, like I played the game, then I think I played the game. Let me see if I remember how I did this. Played the game, wrote the guide as I went. Then I played it again with the guide, so I could make some amendments. And did I play it again? I might not have played it a third time, but still, I should have been able to... I mean, this is the only other thing I can think of, but I've gone up there. Oh, I know what it is. Yep. I know what I did wrong. That's my bad. Alright, let's just skip past these guys in that case. What I forgot to do was, I'm on the lower floor, I had to go up once. That's what I forgot to do. It's alright, we should still finish the game either by the next episode or the episode after that. Alright, let me see. Now, because it would be extremely difficult to do so, I am not going to blur the enemy that I'm fighting now, so YouTube bots, if you're listening, just make sure not to look at the specific area of this enemy. Ah. Can you please... Yeah, just one attack pretty much gets him to perform that attack and then you're golden from there. Alright, here we go. This is what I wanted to do. So yeah, we actually found this area early on in the previous episode. Chop. And now we can get 34, and I think that's all I have to do, right? Yep. Alright, so we could go left, but my guide says to just head back. So don't worry. My guide / Cynic's guide. Thank you again to that gentleman. And now we're going to place the embossed mask of Crescente. I also want to point out, let me just say something here. I'm not sure, but this is kind of like my observation. The mask that we have left is this one, the embossed mask of Crescente. The one that we had first was Orestes. Orestes must be this guy. Crescente, it looks like a woman, so it must be this one. The guy at the top, I actually know, if it's based on, you know, the name of the mask that we're putting on, then I know who that is. And I would say that the one at the top is the one that's the most important, because he's sort of like lording over these other two. So, I don't know, that's just my observation coming into play there. I don't know what that means. I don't know why there's 3 hands. I'm guessing 3 hands because 1 hand from each person. Yeah. Okay, so we use the embossed mask of Crescente. Then we use the lever on the right to raise ourselves up. And then we go left. And this is where I should have finished yesterday, because that would have... well, not yesterday, the previous episode. This is where I should have finished, because there was a pre-do right here. So yeah, apologies for... these are very minor things, but they still annoy me. Alright. Now we can go over here and we find a very important room, the teleporter room. Fantastic. Now we gotta go all the way back. So again, don't worry about going down in the room that we just passed. We'll go there later. It's a very interesting, like the way this particular area is designed is really cool, and I'll show you why when I get past this part. Okay, let's see. Gonna do that. Come on. Okay, I shouldn't have got hit even once there, but I did. I could destroy that one with a prayer, but I'm not going to. Alright, now I've got to be careful here because I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so at this point, it looks like, well, obviously we can head... let's get rid of that one. We can head into the room on the right. However, what we want to do is we want to drop off here with the linen golden thread, and that will allow us to drop down here. I'm going to attack this guy once, attack him again. He should... Okay, he's not coming down, but that's okay. Let him stay up there. He's a little bit glitched. Now we go left, attack this guy. I'm going to try and get him to come over here. Damn it, I literally just missed him. Okay, there we go. Now we go left again. Now we have our gnarled tongues. 3 gnarled tongues. Jump over to this side. Lastly, jump over to this side. Now we've got to fight one more of these guys. We will use Scyther. Block. Block. Damn it, timed it wrong. He's going to spin once. He's going to spin... Ah, nice, just once. Okay, good. Ah, I hate that bloody... And there goes the... There we go, that's what we want. Why, game? Why did you put a hitbox there after? It doesn't make any sense. Ah, I timed that. Okay, well, we got it. And then another hitbox just to add salt to the wound. Up. Okay, and making that whole trip gets you all the way here to pick up another prayer known as the Cante Yondo of the Three Sisters, a song incapable of resounding in any human throat. There was never a voice able to intone this prayer, which tries in vain to emulate the rumbling of the colossal inverted iron spiral. Its cyclopean roar destroys organs and shatters bones, gravely harming nearby enemies. Jesus. Liberated, you three prayed as one. Liberated, you three pleaded as one. Liberated, you three were born as one. Free and holy of grace divine, you are no longer three, you are now one. I feel like it's interesting that, like, so it says Kanto, Ukante Yondo. Ukante, I think, is song, and it's Yondo, which is this area down here. Just below it is Grievance Ascends, where we found, I think it's here, the Tres Anguistas, the three anguishes, and then down here we also found those three beings that were combined into one, and it kind of like has. It's just, I mean, it seems like it's referring to them, but it's interesting how there's like more than one interpretation in that regard. So yeah, there's another prayer. Okay, now I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go back, but give me a sec here because I want to make sure that I got this right. Oh, no, I'm supposed to stay in that room actually. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually, because now we're much higher and we can just clear this whole thing out in one go. So let's do this now. Oh my goodness. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. Damn it, man. They put those guys in the absolute perfect spots. Maybe I should have used the prayer. Okay, so let's see. Can I go down here? Let me try. Now that I've done that, can I actually go down here? Yeah, I can. Okay, good. That's not too bad then. We'll jump here. Go here. Now. Kill, grab this. Awesome. Drop down here. Oh, a little bit too low. Okay, I guess you need to hit it with your mea culpa. My fault. Okay, and then I just open that up, right? That's all I have to do. Okay, actually, it says that what I should do is to go down here instead and head to the right. Oh gosh. I'm an idiot. Why did I try and make that? Okay. I don't know if I finished my thought from earlier. I was practicing the... Well, I was saying that the platinum for this game is not that bad. If you're literally just going for the platinum and doing it in the easiest possible way. But getting the DLC stuff done, that can be tough. Okay, so we go here, we hit that bell, that's what they're there for, to lower the elevators. Now we go to the right and we use it to go back up to the third level. Is this the third level? Yeah, it is. You can tell because the lever has not reactivated. So now we go to the right again. And we just got to get through this one more time and we can continue. We're getting closer to the end of this area. I quite like all the areas in this game. There's one DLC area, damn it, that I don't particularly enjoy. But for the most part, all of them are pretty cool. Alright, so keep Saita on, activated, go in. One. Damn it, why? I'm timing it right. At least I think I am. Nice. Get a little bit of health back. I cannot get that timing down. When he's by himself, it's not that hard. Please finish him, thank goodness. Alright, and the mark of the third refuge. Sign of protection that prevented the suffering of its bearer. The grievous lady was wrapped in crimson mantles, a symbol of her link to the flesh of her wards. As the legend goes, the wounds of lashes, cuts, and blows received by the condemned began to appear on Socorro's body, and still she prayed for them, despite all that pain transferred to her, thus freeing the condemned from their suffering. So many injuries and so much pain were transferred to her that her body began deforming and drowning completely in wounds and bleeding bruises, but without causing her death. Her cries were so deafening that news of this miraculous event soon spread around the land. So not only was she taking everybody's pain, but like she was literally taking it it was affecting her body completely, and the other people were not were like free of pain because of that. Alright, finally find another Mea Culpa altar, thank goodness, because I want to make my sword stronger. And we gain another access to another 2 abilities, which I don't believe I have enough to purchase. Nope. Well, I can't purchase this one at all. And this one, well, I could get this very soon. Which is the better one? They're both pretty good, so let's read them. Wrath of the Twisted One increases the power of Mea Culpa over its capabilities, releasing the excess further away from the blade and damaging everything in its path. Yeah, so it creates like a, not a beam, but like an arc that just flies across the screen. It's pretty good. And then Consecration achieves mastery in the technique of the plunged attack. During the fall, Mea Culpa concentrates so much sacred power that from its point of impact, a large column of divine light emerges, damaging everything in its path. This one is not so good for where we are right now. I'm going to leave it for now. So I probably want to buy the Wrath of the Twisted One. I'm almost certainly going to die. What game happened there? That's so bullcrap, man. Anyway, yeah, I was probably I'll buy it when I can. Oh, I need to go get my guild fragment. Ah! Oh my goodness, how the hell did I make that? What was I saying? I was saying... I've completely lost my train of thought. So we need to get more... Well, I can buy at least the one that I want to buy now. It's gone. One. Oh my goodness, 3 times in a row. He actually knocked me out of the room. Why are you so mean? Okay. 1. That is bullcrap, man. I'm pressing it exactly when I need to press it. You changed it up. You moved the goalposts. Okay, that one might have been a frame too late, but come on, a frame? These guys are really weird. Oh my gosh. This is like probably the biggest fault I have, or the most frustrating thing I have with the game. It's just this enemy in particular. It's so broken. Alright, so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to go back. Okay, yes. We need to, now that we have the 3 marks, we actually need to head back to Cleophas and Socorro. So let's go ahead and do that. That storyline makes sense to me. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, Socorro actually appears. Let's go down here. Socorro actually appears in the intro of this game. She's almost like being held up, and she's riding like a palanquin, which is sort of what she's in when we see her in the room that we're going to visit now. But yeah, her story kind of makes sense to me. It's like, all right, so she's, you know, the guilt manifested into pain, and she took a lot of that pain for the citizens. I don't know exactly why her, but yeah. And if they mentioned it and I forgot, oops. Alright, let's go. So in order to get to that room, it's actually not that difficult. We take the elevator down. That was really stupid. Take the the elevator down. Definitely use the pre-do here because we can teleport to any, and we're going to an area that we haven't been to in a little while, so it doesn't matter about respawning enemies. And then I believe it's right here, so all we have to do, slide down, oops, and press circle and hold right. Alright, excellent. Let me just make sure. Okay, yep. So if we head to the right, we see that Cleophas is still here, so let's talk to him.
She suffers for all of us, day by day, with no rest, with no end. She is our living miracle, a true example of holiness.
Okay, and now if we talk to Socorro, we can make an offering. So let's offer all of these marks of refuge.
A tear has rolled off her cheek. Could it be that her torment has diminished? Our poor lady.
So these marks seem to be reducing her pain. Okay, so she kind of heals there and then teleports away, which is interesting. Let's talk to Cleophas again.
The lady. 3 penitents that communed with the miracle clamored for her refuge and protection. Those souls for which she suffered have already departed to the other side of the dream. Has the holy commandment of my lady finished? Penitent one, whom shall I watch over now?
Okay, so if I'm understanding that right, there were another 3 penitents that wanted to help her. They ended up dying, and then we collected their sacrifice and took her pain away. But then by saving her, we've taken Cleophas's mission away. Did he say anything else here?
The lady. 3 penitents
no.
Communed with both
okay.
as the penitent.
Alright, so yeah, he's kind of lost. So we need to give him purpose again. Just give me a second. Ah man, what I said the other day is not true, but that's okay. I will correct myself. I'll point out what it was. Okay, so Cleophas, actually, we can even probably demonstrate this here. That was really dumb. Cleophas should now be gone. Yes, he's no longer here, and neither is Socorro. If we head out here, and we climb back up to the Archcathedral rooftops, we can actually find Cleophas. Just made it. Okay, up. And fortunately, because we got the teleporting ability, which is so versatile and so useful, we can teleport to the first pre-do, and I said that this room doesn't count towards 100%, but I'm actually pretty sure it does. If we head over here, we can find Cleophas again, and he's standing at the edge of an abyss. Before we speak to him, let's have a read one more time of this particular quest item, the Cord of the True Burying, which we got from Ludovico in Albero. It says, braided rope from which hangs a medallion of worn bronze with the emblem of the Order of the True Burial. Whoever you are, I address my exhortation to you, who, renouncing your will, embrace obedience as the first key to humility. Only those who are whole will cross over to the other side of the dream. These words, pronounced by our first master, would become our illustrious rule. We brothers, with our holy purpose of recollection and burial, will dedicate ourselves with complete devotion to such cause, it being our first thought at dawn and our last thought at bedtime. Alright, let's talk to him now. Let's give him the Cord of the True Burying.
I love the mercy incarnate in her, the daughter of mercy itself. How can I love the others more than holiness itself? The order, I remember it. Its rule was my rule some time ago. My thoughts are forlorn, penitent one. I need to pray. Thank you, penitent one, in silence. It is my duty to watch over the others in the absence of Our Lady. The order awaits me. Thank you, penitent.
Okay, so yeah, he has somehow realized that even though he doesn't have Socorro to watch over, he had a purpose before, which was in the order, and he's I guess we reminded him of it because of the cord. Alright, let's see. Now we can do one more thing. We can head all the way back to Albero really easily by teleporting there. And if we head to the right, where Ludovico is, does this have anything? No, no answer. But if we enter the church, we find him again. Let's talk to him here.
Penitent one in charity, this is my new home, and from here shall my vigil begin anew. Take these words I managed to transcribe from the voice of Our Lady amidst suffering, so they can become a prayer which you can raise in her memory. The Order blesses you, penitent one in the righteous path.
Alright, Rebirth. Help Cleophas on his path of redemption. Alright, so we get a trophy for that. We also received Tiento to your thorned hairs. Summons the help of the thorned dame, who protects the penitent one from all evil for a short while. If your name is Tentudia, she who left to join the nuns, do not grieve or endure affliction, for with your unjust damnation, the miracles you gave us. If your hair has turned to bramble, that on your pale neck draws blood, do not grieve or endure affliction, for we present you with this song, that might tear away each thorn. Okay. Yeah, so it protects you from all damage or all evil for a while. I think the only thing it doesn't do is prevent you from dying if you fall like in a spike pit, which actually would be really useful for a certain area later in the game. Yeah, I don't think it does. Do we does it say anything different? No. Okay. We could buy. Yeah, why not? Let's quickly do it now. It takes a second. We'll buy the Wrathful. I forgot what it's called already. Wrath of the Twisted One. Here we go. So actually, let's test. Oh, okay. That's weird. The other one. Why did that not return to me last time? I thought it was because you had to leave the room for it to sort of activate, but maybe the blood one was coded like that. Anyway, not a big deal. Let's use this. Now where are we going? We're gonna go back to here, and I think we gotta go here, or is it here? Hang on a sec. Oh, it says... Okay, it says to use the teleporter, but I'll use the pre-do. It doesn't really matter. Like it said to use this one over here, but don't worry. Let's just go down. Ah, crap! I thought there was a board to stick my knife into, my mea culpa into. Oh, hang on. Okay, so basically I have to get to here. Alright, that's fine. Wait, that's weird. It said, like I'm reading, it says I have to complete a shortcut, but I thought I did that already. 1, 2. I still can't beat those guys in one swing. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's go here. And now, yeah, now we're heading to the next area. The next area is kind of annoying. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is kind of annoying. Can I reach? I always want to reach. Doesn't work. Now, careful here, it's very misleading that there's like a wall here, so you can't jump too high. And then... Interesting. Okay, it says not to worry about this, but I'm pretty sure I need to worry about it right now, otherwise I won't be able to get it. Yeah, okay. I think I forgot to... Okay, that's enough. Yeah, make sure that you at least get that shortcut open there so you can fill out that part of the map. That almost certainly is required for 100%. As you can see in the top left hand corner when I open the map, we're on 90%, so we're getting there. We're pretty close. And again, this is, I think I've said it before, but this is just to point out that the map completion is related only to... Almost... I can't reach that. Gotcha. The map completion is related only to the main game, not to the DLC. And I wanted to have like a definitive thing on YouTube that said that. I'm sure there is already one, but why not put another one? I like doing the Azure Cyclone, but sometimes not enough time. Okay, now Amir Cooper is definitely getting a lot stronger. Alright, we finally reach a new area known as the Wall of Holy Prohibitions. There's a corpse there, so let's read it, or let's commune with it. It says, "There is the metal tree erected as guardian of the bridge. That tree, with its eroded bark, is the symbol of His Holiness's final communion with the miracle. Facing this eternal dusk, I will wait until I depart towards the other side of the dream." It's interesting that they say that, because it's like the metal tree as guardian of the bridge. To me, that sounds like, so is that the bridge of the three Calvaries in the distance? Because if it is, I guess it makes sense, because like the bridge is here. So if we're here, we're kind of like looking out at it around here. But then this Ferris tree was supposed to be part of the DLC, and this is not a DLC corpse. So why would they? I kind of wish I knew what the original game looked like before the DLC, because I don't. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. But I'm guessing that is the Ferris tree there, and yeah. Now there are two mini bosses that we're going to fight, and I'm going to try, because they're not very difficult. I'm going to try and use the Zambra to the Resplendent Crown. So what we do, it's these guys, and if you remember, they basically are the ones that we fought at the beginning, or well, it's two of the ones that we fought at the beginning of the game. Okay, one's dead. Quickly kill. They're very, very easy. Okay, they didn't really give that much, but at least I got a little bit more. I'm not sure. I feel like the significance of fighting two of them here is there's definitely something to it, but I have absolutely no idea why you're forced to fight them here. And they also disappear after this as well. Or yeah, I think they disappear. You definitely don't fight them again. All right, and here we are now in what is essentially a large prison. So let's see if we can do it. Go to the right. If you Sacred Thrust or Sacred Lunge these guys, sometimes you get an execution. I don't know what causes it, but yeah, sometimes you do. Obviously it's like maybe if they're running. Okay, yeah, if they're running at you. I love the execution of this one, it's so cool. He like attacks them, lifts them into the air, and then sticks the blade right in and then gets covered in blood. Up and down, up and down. Worse than pain and worse than cold is the squeaking, the incessant squeaking of that damned floor of rusty mechanisms. Why would anyone want to use it so much? Okay, so the way this works is a hint to a puzzle right here. So if you look, there's an iron gate up there. If we pull this lever 5 times, it should open that iron gate for us. So let's get started. 1, 2. I don't know why they made it 5, but okay. 3. And I can actually show you the iron gate there, still closed. 4. One more time. Okay, now watch as I pull this fifth time. And the iron gate will rise. Yay! Now we can head in here and collect. I forget how to pronounce it. It's like kirches or kirses or something. Scorched bead. Small sphere carved on the remains of an unjustly lit bonfire. It burns with the soft embers of those flames, which could not touch Kyrsa's skin. Imbued with his power, it gives great protection against fire. Not too many fire things in this game, and also fire was a little bit in the convent of Our Lady of the Charred Visage, but yeah, not too much fire in this game. Legend of Kyrsa. The horrifying flames consumed Kyrsa's body as he cried out in unbearable pain. But these were not ordinary flames. They were the flames of the miracle. The flames burned him to ashes, and before the eyes of the Inquisitors, the flames brought him back, time after time, in unparalleled torture, burning and burning again, screaming and screaming again. Kyrsa, the son of the bonfires, knew what his penance was going to be. So his penance was to essentially just get burnt for eternity. Oh wow, those guys died in 2 hits now. Okay, next. Let's enter this first door that we see. We've got a lot of places to explore here. This one in particular doesn't have a lock on it. So let's enter. I think if you move here... Yep. I was trying to remember exactly what happened. Okay, so they were running at us, but for some reason they didn't get executed. Or, didn't have the opportunity to get executed. Key of the Secular. Let's read that. Small, simple key. The initiates visited only the minor prisoners, bringing them food on the rare occasions when the inmate's life had to be preserved. He took a large stone that rested nearby and struck his leg with it until his bones broke, thus escaping from the chain that held him prisoner. Crawling, he left the place, but the sand under his feet... Crawling, he left the place, but the sand under his feet, according to what he told us, absorbed the trail of blood he left behind, and so his captors could not tell which path he had taken. Since then, every night he prays tearfully next to a pile of sand he keeps beside his bed. Is this related to the blood perpetuating the sand? Probably. Preserved blood with the miraculous properties. With the passage of its bearer, new legends are revealed, formerly invisible to the beholder's eyes. A miracle is truly unfathomable, and no one knows the origin of the blood that swirls around the wearer's feet. Take this bag, fill it with sand, now imbue it with the blood spilling from these dreadful wounds, so it will turn crimson red. With it you will show the way through these dry lands to those who are yet to follow. Leave me, now I want to say my prayers, for I will soon be joining the dry sap of these roots that painfully embrace our Father. Okay. The only thing I can think of here is where it says, with it, you will show the way through these dry lands to those who are yet to follow. I think if you're secular, it means you're non-religious. So this person, did these things and then realized that the blood or the sand helped absorb the blood, which prevented him from being caught again, and then started to believe, I think, because at the end it says there, since then, every night he prays tearfully next to a pile of sand he keeps beside his bed. I guess that's kind of how I read it. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's right. Okay, so we did that. Now we have the key to the secular, of the secular, sorry. We're going to get a lot. We're only missing about 5 bones, by the way, and we're pretty much going to get all of them in this area. So let's use the elevator again. And now we're going to re-enter the same room because if you recall, we fell down. Okay. Can just jump over. Also, during practice I read ahead to make sure that I knew about this part. From what I can tell, the game, even if you know where to jump, you guys can try and see if you can make it, but even if you know exactly where to jump, I don't think the game lets you grab that ledge first. I think you have to fall down first, which is weird because I feel like even if you do make the jump, you can just fall down, But then I guess then it would make it so that players would be like, do I fall down or do I go back through the door? Oh, let's go back through the door. And then they'd spend 5 minutes running around going, where the hell do I have to go next? And they go, okay, maybe I was supposed to jump down. Because I guess it does kind of look like, it doesn't look like death because you got the wooden walls there. Anyway, Olna of Coke, or Coke, the troubadour. The Inquisitors despised music because it induced euphoria. Coke thought it appropriate to dedicate a toned satire to these presbyters in public, like Presbyterian. His execution preceded the complete ban on music. Jeez. Hopefully music never gets banned, because music is probably one of the best things that we've created. Okay, so now this one is locked with a gold door, and if you remember from a very, very long time ago, we bought the Key of the Inquisitor, master key forged from steel. The heat of the sword carried by the Great Inquisitor announced his arrival even through the coldest walls. Let's read this one again, see if it has any relevance to what we're doing. Luz Divina rose weakly from her chair under the attentive gaze of all present and, addressing the Inquisitors, said, "The apparitions are a truth granted to my eyes by our Lord. For what other reasons could there be behind this miraculous talent? My sin has been overlooking the merit of such a valuable gift." The Inquisitor sitting in the centre of the room answered, "What gesture could then be more pious than using your grace in benefit of the Church, holy and wise?" Then he got up from his throne and, hoisting a lustrous silver tray, bearing precious ornaments, said, "May your fortunate eyes rest here henceforth, and a windowless chapel be their dwelling. For this is the word of our Holy Mother Church." A windowless chapel. Could that be referring to this prison? Doesn't seem to me to be too many windows in this place. Okay, that was silly. Go. Okay, we got that one. Alright, so pretty straightforward. Just go from one room to the next. And chop. Yeah, every time you sort of like enter or leave another room, you get these prisoners running at you. And in this one we find another empty bile vessel. Hooray! Trying to figure out where the hell I am. Oh, where the hell did that scroll down so much? That is the final empty bile vessel, by the way. The very last one. Okay, return to the elevator shaft again. I also think that these prisoners kind of look like the pilgrims, like, especially because this image here, it looks like Redento. It looks like it says Pacto or Recto and then Rishore or something. Yeah. Anyway, was I supposed to jump down? I think so. Head all the way to the top. Okay, so up we go. You want to do this exactly as I'm doing it, so that way you don't miss anything. Despite how many times I've been like, what do I do now? Okay, that one we can't open. We can go left. Now we can open this one. I think this is the next one. Just bear with me a second. Yep. Okay. Use the key to the secular. Of the secular. I keep saying two. And smack. Smack. Alright, number 35. 3 more children of moonlight. Alright, exit this room, but don't exit to the left of the main room just yet. Instead, head back to the elevator and take it to the ground. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Nice. They don't give too many tiers, which kind of sucks, but at least it's bolstering us a little bit. Let's go down. Now where? Hang on a sec. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go here. Wasn't actually looking. Oh, this one required key of the secular. I thought it didn't. Okay, and pretty simple. Just smack that so you can open up a secret passage. A secret passage. Alright. Destroy this guy. Alright, and ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a point in the game where we find the final enemy. I forget what he's called. Lionheart? I think, yeah, it's called Lionheart. And for doing that, we get the Bestiary achievement, which is to defeat the 51 original types of enemies. I kind of can't believe there's 51. It does not feel like there's 51. You'll also notice that it said the Chalice of the Inverted Verses became partially filled. If you remember, we picked that up in a room where it had 3 pictures of different enemies, and this was one of them, and we hadn't found this one yet. So now that we've killed this one, we get the chalice partially filled. Let me just see. It does say now the cup is partially filled with Tears of Atonement, harvested by Mea Culpa. Was this what we read before? Yeah, I remember, because that last part was just really confusing. Alright, don't worry too much about that quest. We will be doing it later because we need to actually, in order to complete that quest, you cannot teleport. You can't teleport using the teleporters, and you can't teleport using the pre-dos, which makes it a little tough. But there is a kind of like an exploit that we can use, and I am absolutely going to use it because I do not want to get frustrated. Alright, bear with me a second because I'm just trying to figure out where the hell I'm up to. There. Alright, let's go up to the left here. Wasn't too hard to remember where to go at the beginning of the game, but now it's a bit tougher. I saw him approaching between the bars. I saw fire burst through his chest and scorch him. I saw fire burn again from thin air and fuse his skin. He walks with fire and fire with him. Twin Peaks, fire walk with me. This corpse is number 24 of 26. Excellent. Alright, so we open the shortcut and go back to the bottom floor. And we go left, I think. Just give me a sec here. Nope, we go right. Okay, yeah, cool. Chop. And smack. Nothing here. Alright, I believe I'm supposed to pull this. And it'll move this elevator up, and it'll move this elevator down. We want to wait first to bring it down. Now we want to activate it again. Oh gosh, okay. So do that, hop over here, and I think, yep, destroy that for a secret. These Lionhearts are pretty easy to kill. You just charge at them with the Sacred Lunge, or whatever it's called, and then do a little combo. We pick up bone number 40, Phalanx of William the Skeptic. A lot of phalanxes. William Graff devoted his life to exposing charlatans and deceitful evangelists. He even questioned the sanctity of certain members of the Custodian Church. His heresy was not forgiven. Very, very religious place. Okay, so I believe I have to go back down. Pull it. Okay, we want to go to the left. Chop, chop. And we're going to open the door here. Go through another door. Gotcha. Have I still got the... I probably should have been using the Zambra. I do have it equipped as well. Okay, and we finally find the key of the scribe. This is why we did this in this way. Iron key, well preserved. The scribes were present at each interrogation, tasked with recording the inevitable confessions of the tortured. Okay, so we learn more about how the scribes work. Father, take off these things that restrain my arms and legs. Father, they are killing me. It does not help me to tell them what I did, for they want to hear what I did not do. Father, they are not looking for the truth. They want an offense against you from my mouth. Father, may the miracle save me. Wow. That one seems really relevant right about now. It's not about the truth, it's about which team you're on. Anyway. Next. What are we doing? We are... So we've got all three keys. We're going to use the use the lever here and head left slightly. So probably this. Nope. What have I done? Hang on. Ah, okay, sorry. This one. There was a sentence I missed. Okay, nice and easy. Chuck on the Dolphos relic, slide under, jump up, slash number 36, 2 more to go, fantastic. Put the gnarled tongues back on. And we've got to go one more time all the way to the right. And I believe we have to bring this down. Yep. Bring it down, use it again. Yeah, that picture there makes it look like Redento was prayed to. If it's supposed to be him, it looks like him. I don't necessarily know if it's supposed to be. But yeah. Okay, oh yeah, and this one, you want to just be careful. Oh, that was extremely lucky. This one's vicious, man. 1, 2, 3, and then only on the last one does it actually cut his head off. We get the, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Hamate of Vukolich the Copyist. Taking advantage of a pontifical bull, Vukolich was caught stealing a forbidden book about arcane knowledge. His hands did not write again after that day. Maybe they took his hands. I don't know where the Hamate is. It would be hilarious if it's a small bone in your hand. I can only assume. Head back to the first big room. Okay, yeah, so head back to the first big room that you were in. Alright, let's see if I can work that out, because... So we went here, we came from over here. And yeah, that's the first big room. Okay, and now what does it say? Let's have a look. Hang on. Use the elevator to reach the top floor once again. Okay, so bring this down. Yeah, so that's why, again, I cannot say thank you enough to Cynical for making this guide, because this was fairly straightforward to follow, and I think it was done really, really efficiently. We entered a bunch of rooms that we could. We eventually got the key of the scribe and got the rest of it. There's a pattern here on the walls, like a cube, and there's some smaller cubes on each of the. Are they vertices or no, vertices probably. Temple of Joel, the thief. Joel always stole to help others. One day he risked too much and was caught stealing the pontiff's bejeweled stole. No one in Custodia has ever endured greater torture. Yeah, stole is another term for like a jacket or something. I did not learn that one until I was in my, I don't know, it was probably like a few years ago, early 30s. You just, certain stuff you pick up along the way and you do not know that. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, we can just drop down. How long have we got left? Still making good time, I feel like. It's 52 minutes and we've got 8 more minutes in here, but we may be able to, maybe not complete it, but we're getting really close. Okay, so drop down here, drop down here. So in this room, just bear with me a second. This one. Enter the door that the Lionheart was previously guarding. Yep, I didn't write any of their names, and then when I got to this part I started writing the name of the enemy. Inside on the bottom floor. Okay, so this one here first, Key of the Inquisitor. We have our... No, I took it off again. So, actually no, this one you actually need all 3. You need Blood Perpetuated in Sand, Silvered Lung of Dogfoss, and 3 Gnarled Tongues in order to collect the 43rd bone, Jaw of Ashgan the Inquisitor. Ashgan desperately sought answers for his creed through torture, even condemning members of the priesthood. He found nothing but regret in his actions. And he was an Inquisitor as well, interesting. So he went against the church, the miracle, the religion. Seems like everyone that does that pays the price. Leave this room and head up using the left side of the elevator. So that is probably here. Give me a sec here. Okay, we've got to reach the top this time. Which is just here. I thought it went higher. We use the key of the scribe. Hop up. Go through here. And now if we go this way, you can find the final oil of the pilgrims. The maximum amount of fervor has been increased. Baptism of faith. Achieve maximum fervor. Fantastic. That's really good. And corpse number 25. We almost got it in this one. This one has, if you can believe it, another sort of sentence in Latin, and the reason I say another is because the previous game that I did, Lies of P, also had one in Latin, and it was the first time I think it had ever happened in any of the games that I played, so it's a bit funny how Lies of P followed by this, and they both have Latin. It says, Videte ne quis siat, which means, see that no one knows, or do not let anyone know. Yeah, videte ne quis siat. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, leave this room. I'm going to defeat Mr. Lionheart. That guy's probably a lot tougher in New Game Plus. Now for this, I gotta be careful here. So it just says to let yourself fall, so I'm going to try. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted, and then I probably jump over here and defeat this guy, and then I think I use this and jump back. Just bear with me. Yes, okay. Whee! Okay, now we can slide under and collect another rosary bead, the Sphere of the Sacred Smoke. Try saying that 5 times fast, I'm not going to. Small translucent pearl with a closing mechanism that's almost impossible to see. They were traditionally filled with the vapors coming from the big incense burners in the Mother of Mothers. This bead, however, contains something different. Its miraculous influence fills the bile flasks after some attacks, but the miracle is capricious, and this does not happen often. Yeah, so basically, if you're using bile flasks, and you're using a lot of them, and you have some to fill up, and you're kind of in dire straits, equipping this and attacking enemies, it'll give you a very small percentage chance to recover some of those bile flasks, and then you can drink them and get yourself back to some actual health, which could be useful, you know, it could be. Once everyone had left, she approached the bonfire, still smoking with the scorched remains of the heretic. With a swift gesture of her fingers, she triggered the imperceptible lock that would open the tiny jeweled pearl in two, and passing it through the grey smoke, she closed it again, trusting that it would preserve that smoke forever. It's kind of like the inception of this rosary bead. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so this room is empty, and I do not know if it relates to the 100%, so I'm just going in here to get it to activate. I believe this room is for an NPC later. An NPC that we've met before, but I haven't been able to do the quest yet, not even during practice, because I'm still trying to do some other stuff. So hopefully I get to explore what this quest is about in the second playthrough. So yeah, make sure you just go in here. It's empty at the moment, and like I said, I think it relates to someone. Okay, so now we have to head back to the area where we used this middle room, and we got to go up here, which is just a simple matter of going this way and climbing up. Haven't used the pre-do in a while. I believe I have to go, or is it up? Well, I have to go up. Hang on a sec. No, we got to go left first. Whee! Hang on, let's use the Zumbra. Okay, gives some decent experience. Okay, yes, a lion heart comes down. 1, 2, 3. This is the only enemy that when you, well, maybe it's the only enemy, that when you charge at it, if you're too close, you don't take any contact damage, but every other one seems to do that, which is very interesting. Alright, activate the lever, and as the elevator goes up, leap off to the right. And lo and behold, we will find in this room, if you can believe it, the final bone of the game. Phalanx of Zeth, the prisoner. And of course I have to be a Phalanx. Warden of the Ossuary. Get the 44 original collectibles. Zeth Corsica was sentenced to life in absolute solitary confinement. He was constantly muttering something about voices in his head. Was it maybe one of them that pushed him to suicide? There we go, look at that. All of the bones. Ow. That hurt. Okay, so now let's go back here. How much time we got left? Like 30 seconds. Alright. In that case, we're going to go back to the pre-do. I kind of don't want to go... it's fine. I'm going to do this. I can't remember. Hang on a sec. Ah, okay. Actually, that's pretty much perfect, right? Yeah. We'll go here, and we'll go up here. Excellent. And we'll use the pre-do. Alright, fantastic. I actually thought we would get to a boss in this episode, but it looks like we're not going to. However, now I'm thinking that we're going to do one... Jeez, we might... Like, we could essentially finish the game next time, but yeah, I don't know, it's gonna be a lot if I do. We'll see. I'm not really sure how it's gonna turn out, but we're doing really well. And look, I almost have enough for consecration already, halfway there, even though we've been getting just like piddly little amounts. Alright, but I will leave things there and we'll continue next time. For now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 10 of Let's Platinum Blasphemous. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.